This is a message to Mr. Everett O'Keefe. This is Robert Plank. I wanted to demo this really cool tool called Opus.Pro, which you upload a video into it, doesn't matter the length, and it will clip out the reels, the viral clips, such as this. Here's the sort of output that comes up. So this is a 57-second clip. Here's one of my podcast guests. It's muted, but you can see that it has the cool captions. It cuts over to what's called the B-roll and back, so it can cut over to stock videos and AI images, and it's all done just with AI and magically. And just like anything AI, you have to adjust what it gives you. And you log in, and you can drop in like a Zoom link, even a YouTube video. But I'm going to choose a file, and I'll browse for our interview from earlier today. And here we are, Everett O'Keefe. Wait a few minutes for it to upload. Wait 1 minute. Now the upload's done, and we scroll down, and we can choose what length of clip. And I've been trying all sorts of lengths. The best one I like is 30 to 60 seconds. Even when I find something below 30 seconds, it gives me like 15-second clips. It doesn't really give me enough. It gives me like a sentence and a half. And then when it's a little bit longer, I end up trimming it down to 1 minute anyway. So I always just go 30 to 60 seconds and then get clips in one click. Let that sit. Let it do its thing. 16 minutes to go. Check back in 16 minutes. So here we go, it's finished and sight unseen. This saves us the trouble of having to listen through a whole video, transcribe, find timestamps, and we scroll through, and it's given us how many? It's given us 24 different clips, and in my experience, once you get to the bottom, see here it's just like the beginning of the show, and here it's, this is a cool story, but it doesn't finish the story because it's only a 1 minute clip. But these first 5 or 10 are really good. And it created a title for us. It shows us the transcript, and it gives us its reasoning. And so we can click through, and it sort of scores it in this way. And so what I've been doing is I scroll through, and I skip the ones that are me. I choose the ones that are more focused on my guest. And so we say, I don't like this one, so thumbs down, just not use this one. And then here's me talking again. Don't use this one. Here we go, the power of books. It's the closest to the silver bullet. But you see how it kind of cuts off. So typical AI where we have to adjust it. So we click, and we can just download it as is. We click on edit clip, and here's where the magic happens, because here's the whole thing, but then if we say we want to get a little bit more before or after, we can adjust that. So books are a deep dive, so that's a good starting point. And we have 48 seconds. And I guess I like that as is, right? Books are a deep dive, commercial interruptions, closest thing you can get to a silver bullet of marketing. And then we get into killer app, then that's kind of getting on a new subject. So just that alone is good. And if we wanted to remove some filler text, so there's not a lot, but usually when a sentence starts with an and, we say like, we say just, but you know, like it's crazy. So we can highlight and adjust this. Now say we want to remove this, just remove that part. How deeply you can connect, and then I call a book. So we did a little bit of adjusting, and you can always double click and adjust the words because you see the captions are put in there. And then the other thing I like to do here is I go to the design tab and I add emojis. So see how it adds they take the book to the toilet with them. I remember that clip. You say they took the book to bed with them, but also to the toilet. And we take out, reading before they go to bed. And then we go there. And then the really fun trick are the B-rolls. And so you can either have it cut to a quick stock video clip or to an AI generated image, and it does like a Ken Burns slow zoom in. So let's do both, right? We do a stock effect, and we click on this, and then in random parts in this timeline here, it will cut from the clip of you over to some other footage, and it's already done. So it added here and here. And so if we kind of go here, and I'll mute this, but I'll play it. So you see how you're talking, and then it cuts to this person speaking into their brain. And then near the end here again, you're talking, and the video changes to this other person talking. So pretty cool, right? And now, of course, you can customize the style of the captions and the font and the colors, everything else. So we click on Save and Compile, and let that just take a few more minutes to finalize that clip, and we have the title and everything else. Let me do one more to show off the AI sort of part. So here's the next part you said, the killer thing in marketing, speaking in media. And so I'm hoping this allows us to do more adjusting. Everyone's looking for that killer app. So everyone's looking for that killer app. So we'll adjust the beginning there. And then we'll say we have 51 seconds to add. And yeah, we don't want to go past that. Remove a few filler words. He's the expert. Okay. So we adjust those. And we go to design. And then we add the emojis. And see, like when you say book, it adds a book emoji. And then let's play around with the AI B-roll instead. And as it's doing that, one other thing I wanted to point out is that there's a whole video editor. So I won't play with this too much, but you can move the video if you're not quite centered in the frame. And there's also these buttons where you can kind of lay it out in a different way as well. See this, like a split or 4 blocks or something like that, but I won't touch that. But what it created here as far as the AI, so then I'll scroll to see these little blocks in the timeline. So you're talking, and then think about the book. So there's the easy chair, and then over here, it places you in, it helps your clients. And so it's fun how it just switches back and forth. And so we get it adjusted the way we want. We save and compile. We go back to that main screen, and this other video we were working on a minute ago is done. So we download HD. Here it's downloading 25 megabytes. And then here we go. Well, once the captions are off and it's muted, but you can see what it created, right? It created a vertical video, 58 seconds, emojis, cutting over to the B-roll of stock footage or AI. It's such a time saver, right? You put in a video clip and it creates these small reels. The tool is called Opus.Pro.